I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance, no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Good morning. It's Mike and Arlen, Our Philippine Journey. Hey, if you're a subscriber, we can't thank you enough for returning. This channel wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and the support that you provide. Secondly, if you're just coming around or have just taken a look, consider subscribing and hitting that thumbs up, obviously. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. Let's talk about infidelity in the Philippines. And I think it's kind of interesting, and I'm going to point out a couple of very important different parts. You know, YouTube loves a good drama. If you want views on YouTube, you can either come up with a highly desired topic of informative nature, okay, that everybody wants an answer to, or you can come up with drama. And that drama in the Philippines usually consists of one of a few different parts. It can be infidelity. I mean, you take a look and you can see there are tons and tons of videos on cheating spouses, cheating girlfriends, cheating boyfriends, husbands, wives. You'll find also that videos with the highest views are going to be those that channels trolling each other. YouTubers here in the Philippines apparently love to troll each other. And you know what? Another really, really broad topic is good stuff that's really necessary, and that is different places to live, different places, things to do. But for the most part, you're going to see tons and tons of cheating or scandalous type of behavior. And I should mention also the other really big one is scams. All right. Particularly the scams of expats or involving expats, either being the perpetrators, of which there are plenty of, or the victims, of which there appear to be plenty of as well. But we're going to talk about infidelity because I find it interesting how it's viewed and why it seems to be such a big deal. Now, I don't condemn or condone anyone on their behavior. Unless they hurt somebody, it's hard for me to say what's right and what's wrong because you never get both sides of the story. But with infidelity, it's still a reasonably cut and dry situation. Now, we see so many videos on infidelity. In fact, there are actually TV shows that focus quite frequently as their topic here in the Philippines of infidelity. No different than Jerry Springer was in the U.S., 25 years ago or 30 years ago, or whenever it was on. I don't think, or I should rephrase that and say, I do think that infidelity gets a very bad rap here in the Philippines. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't mean it gets a bad rap of it's there. I mean, it gets a bad rap that it's all played out so much in a public information system. And I think that if you take a look at it, now I cannot talk about Australia or the UK or anybody other than in America. In America, the divorce rate is very high. But more than that, we can tell you from experience, we've known many relationships, both marriages and long-term partnered commitments, that have broken up over the act of infidelity in the U.S. And apparently that's what they focus on here as well. But I don't see a lot of videos in the U.S. on infidelity. I don't see a lot of videos on infidelity in Thailand. I don't see a lot of videos on infidelity in any other country nearly as much as we see here in the Philippines. I think it's probably just about the same everywhere. I think part of it is the social construct. I think part of it is the human concept or construct. Okay? Infidelity, no matter what and how it's applied, no matter how it's gender applied, no matter how it's applied otherwise, is something that it's been around for thousands of years. And in some cultures, the act of the product of infidelity, in other words, having sexual relationships or intimate relationships with multiple partners, is a moral and religious construct that is simply legal. You know, in America, we have religions that are polygamous. We have, entire cities based on polygamous relationships. Is that infidelity? I don't know. By the literal sense of the word, perhaps it is. Secondly, it's been around, like I said, thousands of years and still exists. The Muslim law allows up to it allows actually 4 wives, and in certain instances, actually more. Is that infidelity? But that's not really what you guys are interested in. What you guys are interested in is, what are the odds of me getting caught up in this type of a situation of infidelity? The fact is that science has not clearly defined the difference between a monogamous species and a sexually monogamous species. So currently, it's only about 9% of animal species in the world on this earth that are monogamous for life. And then you have to look at, how do you apply that? If I was faithful to my wife until she and I separated, does that make me a monogamous person for finding somebody else to love and being monogamous with them? See, there's so many different moving parts. I think what I'm really getting at here is, I don't believe that, in all truthfulness, it's any different in the Philippines than it is anywhere else. It just gets publicized a whole lot more. It just really does. And it's because of social media It's because YouTube goes after what it is that, it's always nice to drink your coffee in the morning and watch drama. It is people looking for answers. You can give 100 different reasons. The point that I'm making here is don't think that it's hardwired in. I mean, when you consider this, being monogamous, not cheating, that's a choice more than anything. It is a choice that's driven by multiple factors, but the biggest contributing factors to that choice are going to be culturally and religious. Yes, let me say that a little bit clearer. Okay? Those things make major contributions. You can also look at the aspect that, well, you know what? It's prevalent culturally. And yeah, I went to church as a kid, but I haven't been to church in 10 years. So religion doesn't really apply. I don't follow that doctrine. You can use those excuses. But those are the building blocks. Now, there are many others, and there are two sides to every story. Okay? I don't think, and I really and truly do think, that infidelity is misrepresented in the Philippines. I don't think it happens. I mean, how many of you have lived in any one place for a reasonable period of time, say 5-7 years? And when I say one place, I mean in one apartment complex or in one street. And if you know your neighbors, you don't know someone that's been affected by this. I can tell you that, we lived in a well-educated, which makes no difference at all, but we lived in a very nice neighborhood in the U.S. And we knew multiple people up and down our street that ended relationships based on infidelity. I don't think it happens in the Philippines any more than it happens anywhere else. But what do you think? Tell me why, not just what you think, but tell me why you think it. Okay? Don't just say, yeah, I think it happens more in the Philippines. Tell me your reasoning behind it. Support it. Support that opinion. Okay? That's what we really want to see. Otherwise, what we would say is, thank you so much for dropping in. Please consider subscribing, and you'll be seeing the rest of our Bohol vacation videos shortly. We hope you have a great day.